Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Get this absolute garbage out of here. If you don't know why I reckon that stuff is rubbish, my last video will tell you the answer, but today we're actually going to do a carving. I know you guys like to watch my carvings a lot more than my reviews of products and stuff, so I want to try to get more carvings in. It's just hard to find the time, but I love doing it, and it's easier to find time to do something when you like doing it. So you can see here that this is actually a bit of a... I've picked it because it's a fairly straightforward and simple piece, or at least I'm hoping. This is from the Jullian Stavreas parcel that I bought just recently. A nice beginner's entry $250 odd parcel. And I'm still looking for pieces to make earrings from. So this is a prime candidate. We've got some really good reds and blues and a bit of green. It's just one of those multicolour, beautiful pieces. Some top quality stuff. The only reason it's would be found in a bit of a beginner's parcel is because of the size of it. It is fairly small, so it's only useful for a ringstone or a earring, which is what I'm after. I'm a little bit worried how much it tapers off towards this end, because it's nice and thick here and I've got a lot of opal to play with. But I'm not seeing a lot of massive cracks. There's a bit of a hairline fracture up there. The rest of it's pretty well hidden. So we're going to carve this bad boy up. We will start with getting a quick little weight reading. We'll lose quite a bit from this one, so yeah, it's 6.4, 6.3 and a half. But you can see here that top is a lot of loose sandy material, which is going to have to come off first. I'm going to have to tidy off these edges. I'm not too worried about the bottom at this stage, but I think there is maybe 2 mils there at the bottom where there's no colour, and that'll most likely be the bottom, because this is already starting to look like that it's going to have to get domed in this direction. I mean, the colour's multi-directional, so I'm not overly worried about that. Bit of a fracture over here. So yeah, I'm basically going to quickly attack this with the coarse boys. So I'll pick a fairly coarse one. This one's pretty worn. So this piece, this diamond coated piece, the bit, I've been using this one a lot. This is my most used one, and it's holding up really well still. Just a quick update on these incredibly cheap Chinese pieces. So don't go throwing a whole heap of money. I've seen these sets go for like $70, and if you can get one for $15 and it can last you 2 years, there's not a lot of point in spending much more than that. But yeah, we're going to go at it with this. Take off the top, rub down the sides, maybe clean up the bottom a little bit just to get rid of that loose powdery sand. You don't want that on the finished product anyway. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back and we'll decide from there what it looks like and how we shape it. I'm worried a bit about that sand, but I'll attack it and you'll see what's left. Carve the outer edge, the outer crust, and we have got ourselves, I don't know, it's a semi-success, I guess. So if I zoom right in and my camera focuses, so really coarse grit bit, so it's a bit foggy even with the water on it. I can keep chucking more on, but it's not going to look great. So the colour is wonderful. Directionality is minimal. It's every angle you've got your multicoloured sparkle, which is nice. But you can see here from the side, this section that I've cut in. So there was sand running a little bit deeper in that little groove than I originally thought. And if I can get the right lighting, right here where I'm showing this shadow, there's actually a little bit of just colourless potch that was running through it. And I've got rid of most of it, but it's still a little bit potchy. A little bit of a potchy line there, which is, I don't know, a little bit annoying. It means that rather than having this entire piece as is, if I want to make an earring out of it, I might be able to do like a bit of a smaller chunk from here. So yeah, definitely not perfect. There's still a chip over here and I haven't hit these sides yet either. Camera's autofocus is not going well. But yeah, so I'm not entirely sure whether this will actually be the piece that I am hunting for. And instead, I might just have to make this a bit of a artsy, wavy kind of carving. I reckon I can make kind of a shield kind of shape out of it. Bring in this edge a little bit more, get rid of this chip in the bottom corner. Bring in this side a little bit more. Even for a shield, I don't know how to make use of this wavy line yet, but I might just polish it up a little bit and just see what we have really. And it's really colourful. The lighting is not doing this any favours. I've really got to upgrade the lighting for this channel because I'm seeing something completely different to what's coming up on this camera. And that is very disappointing. But yeah, there's plenty of sparkle. The red really cuts through, and then there's this green, consistent colour. So, really nice piece. Just an awkward shape. So I think I'm just going to carve it up. And this one might not be destined to become an earring at this point in time. But it might be okay for something little bit more artsy. Maybe not your standard earring. Might be able to drill a hole through it, through the top somewhere. But yeah, I'm going to attack it with the Nova bits and we'll see what it looks like semi-polished. So, we'll get some pre-polish on it. Okay, here we are. So, even with the final Nova tip, it's actually polished up quite well. But you can see that I decided to keep it with its natural shape. So it's still got that bit of a cutaway in there. It did flatten out a little bit more, and I've basically gotten rid of those potch lines, but you can see here the extended colour is wonderful. And the directionality is not overly important either. And there's these two streaks of crystal that go through the piece that have this nice red flash going through them. It's really a nice little gem. It's just probably not going to be suitable for my ideal goal that I wanted it for, which is 1/2 of a pair of earrings. I don't see a potential to be able to cut this into 2 pieces to make the earrings. So unfortunately, it's not the end of the world, because it's still a really nice little stone, but it is definitely not going to be earring material. God, I just love the way Opal behaves. Look at that spot there with that red that turns green. That little dagger in the middle of it. So nice. So yeah, in the end, beautiful little gem. But unfortunately not going to turn into an earring. I actually don't know what I'll turn it into, but I'll have a think. Maybe I'll have to get rid of it as is. It's a little bit sad, but I don't know, maybe I'll practice doing some wire wrapping with it actually. I might make a wire wrap pendant. It's a nice unusual shape. I might be able to do something with this indent here. I haven't actually started practicing the wire wrapping jewellery yet, but I've been watching videos. Someone popped up on Facebook that does it, and he has a YouTube channel, so I've checked that out. He doesn't have many videos unfortunately, but it's something for me to start with. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting into it. One final weight. So there it is. 2.4. We lost a bit. I was expecting to lose a lot more if I was actually going to shape it up into something that would be suitable for an earring, but unfortunately this is it. I think that's about where I'll leave it. I will go through and do a bit more of a polish on it, but the pre-polish it's got now is really nice, and I don't think it's going to get a lot better, but it will get a nice mirror glossy finish on it. But yeah, it's really colourful piece. I mean, I won't even move it much. But from here, and then if I switch the angles and we look at it from the other direction, get a nice bit of focus. It's a little bit less bright. The blues are really jumping out with any movement though. So yeah, direction's not highly important. This is the most favourable angle. Oh, maybe this one. But yeah, unfortunately not what we were after. Well, not what I'm after, but it's still a wonderful piece. So I'll leave it there, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I will continue to hunt for a nice earring piece, but I've also got this piece from Jullian that looks really sandy, and I reckon this will turn into some sort of weird and wonderful shape when I get rid of all the sand, and then reveal the opal behind it. So I've got high hopes for this because it's got some really good colour. Very similar to the one we just carved, but it's all over the shape in terms of shape. So I am looking at getting into drilling this one out. But that's a bit of a pain and a bit more of an adventure, that one. So we'll save that one, and I'll keep looking for some suitable earrings. Not that I can order the earring studs or anything because of Corona. It's making it hard to get anything. But we persist. And yeah, I'll power on. So see you in the next one, guys.